But funniest thing, uh, Rob's tells Mama I ain't going with them no more 'cause Hamby picked at him a whole lot.
Right.
And I'd pick at him, but in a good way, 'cause he'd always get right between me and Hamby. And he'd catch fish, me and Hamby wasn't getting no bites, you know. And we'd keep closing in on him. Finally, he said, well, you hogging. He said, your hogs just take his place or something like that. He'd get up and move. And he'd catch fish, and me and Hamby'd get up there again, you know, and aggravate him that way. And he's the sloppiest fisherman I ever seen, but he always catches fish.
Rob was?
Yeah. But we're down there on the lake. I don't remember where it was. But anyway, that morning we was fishing off the bank. Now we was flying around, and Hamby is picking at Rob. He'd get a little water, you know, and wet his hand, put on Rob's head. That gull puked on you. Rob, he'd run his hand through there, you know. Yeah, I wish you'd let me alone. And finally, one of them gulls dumped on him. And Hammy said, I told you. Rob said, I wish you'd quit that. He run, he got his hand full of that stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen such a look on a kid's face.
Yeah.
That gull did dump on him.
Yeah, Rob didn't take kidding too well, did he?
No.
Rob's always real serious, wasn't
Yeah.
he? But he was a good fisherman.
The sloppiest fisherman I ever seen, but he catches fish.
Well, that's what matters.
Now, do you remember any other fishing stories involving Mindy or?
Well, Mindy, she used to like, yeah, we was down there at Rudy's and had our trot line, a couple trot lines, and you know the lake, the river would go down when they'd shut the, it'd be up 8 or 10 feet, then it'd go down, the boat would be up on the bank in the morning, and she'd get up same time I did, about 4 o'clock, and she'd help me put the boat in the water, and we'd go run them lines, and of course she had on a pair of breeches, I guess, don't remember, just had this old cap on the shirt, and we went up there to run line, and this jug hung on our line with a blue cat on it about that long, and so I laid the jug and boat over in the boat. If I'd been by myself, or I'd have kept it, but Ben's one of the kids is long, I couldn't keep it. So I told Mindy, I said, there'll be somebody up through here directly with looking for these jugs, because it was, they had orange paint looking on them, and sure enough, went along before we got both lines run. Why, here come this boat up through there. They're picking up them other jugs because we could see some of them pass. There was fish on them. But anyway, they went over there where our line was tied on the other side, and they pulled in there to pick up a jug, and we pulled in there. And Mindy said, here's your jug and fish. There's 2 guys in the boat, and boy, I mean, they had a gang of fish. One of them run the motor, and the other picking up the jug. And this guy said, son, said, I thank you. Said, I'm lucky to get the jug back, let alone the fish too. Said, I'll tell you what I'll do. Said, I'm going to give you that fish. And so he took it off and wound his jug up and threw the fish back over in our boat. This guy sat back there running the motor. Said, don't give that boy that fish. Said, I've got $15 worth of minnows in this deal. Said, that's our fish. So I told Mindy, I said, put the both fish back over there. So she picked it up. I guess it weighed about 5 or 6 pounds. Throwed it back over there, and both of these guys thought she was a boy. And I had to tell them finally that was a girl. But I tell you what, if I'd been by myself, they'd never got that fish. I took that fish off and threw the jug back in.
Yeah. Well, Mindy didn't care that they thought that she was a boy, did she?
Oh no, but that's sort of like I got your head peeled.
Yeah.
It kind of rubbed me raw, her thinking that she was a boy all the time, just like it did when they thought that she was a girl.
Well, tell us that story. Where were we?
with the beer joint.
Was that Mush's?
Yeah,
That was your favorite beer joint, wasn't it?
yeah.
And how come I was with you?
Because I had to take care of you while Ma and Betty washed out in the wash house on the old wringer machine.
So you used to take me to the beer joint with you?
Yeah. You was a little, I guess you about a year old, I guess, or hardly.
Yeah. What kind of beer did I like?
You didn't like any. You didn't drink any. It's too little. But anyway, everybody thought you was a pretty little kid, and everybody wanted to hold you. Yes. I don't know who it was, but they didn't know what they was talking about. They was holding you, so I said, "This is the first little girl we ever seen." They said, "Look at that red hair, how curly it is." Well, I said, "I'm gonna do something about that." So I took you right on up across and got Dick Adams give you a burr.
Was that my first haircut?
Haircut. You was asleep to come in. I took you in there and put you in the crib.
Yeah.
And Betty and Ma went in there. After a while, they come out of there screaming like a Comanche. I think I went to work early.
And did you stop at Mush's on the way back? Was you scared to go home?
No, it's time they go home and go to work anyway. By the time I got your head peeled, you looked a whole lot better than me.
And I look like a boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is about...
Yeah, you did. You had long curly hair, red. I mean, really red. Wasn't it, Mama?
Yeah, it was curly too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny story. That was I remember that one. I don't remember being there, but I remember you talking about it. And I remember you talking about Mush's being one of your favorite beer joints down at Mannington.
Yeah.
It's still there. I don't know if it's still open.
I think it's a church now.
It's a church.
I believe it is.